Welcome, Alona. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you on our Out of Office series.
Thank you.
And you look amazing. I love all the jewellery. So you're going to have to walk me through and talk us through everything.
For sure.
But just start from the beginning. Jewellery is in your blood.
Yeah.
Your father is a fine jeweller.
Yes, he was, yeah. And he I guess I grew up a lot around fine jewellery, beautiful pieces, and I was also just a creative person. So I think the mixture of those things just made me think, oh, I want to make this, I want to make that. And eventually, when I did study jewellery design and then went to make jewellery, I wanted to make jewellery that was maybe more affordable, more style, because he did fine jewellery and I'm doing fashion jewellery.
So you have to make it your own style, your own niche. So how did you find that?
A lot of trial and error.
Fair enough.
And yeah, so I think, like, I don't know if you've ever been to Hatton Garden, but it's it's quite a funny place.
It's quite overwhelming. There's a lot.
It's very overwhelming. Yeah. It's very male dominated.
Very much.
And you ask them to make it something in a certain way and they look at you like you don't know what you're talking about, and no, don't do it like that. So it was a bit like kind of hard in the beginning. But yeah, you find your way, you keep going, and trial and error.
Yeah. What does jewellery mean to you?
I'd say like jewellery is just an expression of yourself. I think it's also with everything you wear, it kind of like says something about you, and you know, sometimes maybe people just describe fashion as futile, but it's like makes a person feel a certain way. And I think jewellery is, as it's so hard wearing, it's tested through the times. Like it has I don't know, like more memories to it. So yeah.
Yeah, the pieces are special. I guess they evoke senses of memory.
Yeah.
Over and above just an accessory.
Yeah.
You have a really interesting background. How does that come through in your designs?
Well, I think jewellery, like as you said, is kind of like more than just an accessory. I think I like to kind of see it as a piece of wearable art, sculpture, and I think just getting inspired from different things, nature, that all comes through on my inspiration and in my designs. So like if I find a texture that I like or something, I'll like screenshot it or take a picture of it and then try and use that into my design.
What about travel? Does that play a role in your design direction?
Definitely. I think travel is so important to expand the mind, see new places, and just seeing different textures, art, landscapes. I'm often like taking pictures of things like that are inspiring, and yeah, I think it's really important to travel and be inspired.
And I'd love to know actually like what kind of destinations or where you've been have, helped design some of your pieces.
Well, this summer we were in Corsica, which I thought was just amazing. Like the water was incredible. We also went to Bodrum, which had such beautiful views. I do love architecture in like Paris and south of France.
Because your pieces have quite distinctive shapes and textures, so I guess that's where it all kind of comes in.
Totally, yeah. And I also just love looking at really old jewellery as well, like books of ancient jewellery and textures, like repeated textures I quite like. So yeah.
You started the business in your 20s.
Yes.
That's quite early on to start a business. And there's a naivety that comes with youth.
Yes. What
surprised you most about building a brand? Business leadership side, design side, have you changed as you've grown?
So much. I think actually like there's pros and cons of starting a business in your 20s because you really don't know as much as you think you do.
Yes.
But that naivety gives you confidence and you are like kind of like blissfully like doing things like, oh, I'm going to do that and that.
There's a beauty to that too.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. And sometimes it pays off and sometimes it doesn't. So yeah, I think, I did learn so much along the way, trial and error. And I do think sometimes just go for it and you will learn along the way. It obviously took me a lot longer to like make the business successful because I just didn't really have a plan, but I've enjoyed the journey and just learned so much and do you think, I guess, what do I do differently? Just everything, because, you know, you're just constantly learning.
If you had to give yourself advice to your younger self.
I would say like everyone is winging it. And when you're younger, you think, oh, that person, like, oh, I surely can't speak to them. Like they, you know, so I think it's like you kind of feel like a little bit more nervous to speak to certain people, but yeah.
Have confidence and courage.
Just have confidence, yeah.
I want to speak specifically about Breast Cancer Awareness Month because it's October. It's, I mean, it's ongoing relevant, but obviously given there's a focus on it this month and your journey.
Yeah.
So thank you for broaching that with us. And I know you're quite vocal about it. Tell me a little bit about the journey, about finding it out. And I want to also explore how people can support women going through it.
Yeah, so it was just quite crazy because I just randomly found a lump by myself and went to my GP to get it checked out. And then, you know, she was like, oh, I'm sure it's just, you know, nothing, but we'll check it anyway. And of course it was breast cancer, and it was just such a shock to the system. It's not in my genetics. So yeah, it was just, I think initially, and my daughter was 2 years old at the time, and you just kind of like start like fearing the worst. But I do think that kind of having a business, having a child, like you kind of got to keep going. And I think that you should let support in. I know it's sometimes hard for people to kind of talk about it and let support in, but I think that's really important. And there's one charity in particular called Future Dreams that is a gorgeous townhouse in King's Cross that I would say if somebody needed support and didn't know where to turn, I would say that would be your first port of call. And they make sure that nobody goes through breast cancer alone. So we do work with them and help support them.
Did the journey change your perspective on, I mean, your creativity, identity?
Oh, yes.
I mean, physically, of course, so much happens.
Yeah, I think that when something bad happens to you, like, it should be an opportunity to grow as a person. And I think that you kind of do think, okay, well, what's important in life? And it does change you. And I do think, hopefully for the better, like health-wise, I'm, I guess, more kind of like noticing what I'm putting in my body and the things in the house. And then just like your life, like making sure that you enjoy your work. Like if something is, your work takes up a lot of time, so it should be an enjoyable process. So I think bringing joy to the office, making sure that everyone in the office that works there is also enjoying it. Otherwise, it's just...
Why do it?
Why, yeah.
Another necessity for working.
Yeah, but like if you have that, if you can make those choices, then, yeah.
Is there something that you're looking forward to in the future?
I don't know. Business-wise, I just want to keep growing with joy, and I just want to just keep enjoying what I do. I don't like putting so much pressure on myself to be like, by this date you need to have this or this, because you just don't know what's around the corner. Whereas before I was more of a planner, and I think that you can't really plan. Like, you can obviously plan certain things, but you can't, like, you just don't know what's going to happen. The economy, this, that, I don't know. So
if there was someone that could wear your jewellery, who would you love that to be?
Oh, God, that's a good question. No, I can't tell you anyone in particular, because I've had celebrities wear it and you're like, oh yeah, that's nice, but
maybe
like,
it's just seeing
the moment passes. But yeah, just anyone that I love it when someone tells me, oh, that they've worn something to a special event and it like meant something to them. Like, I think that is really nice.
Let's talk about downtime.
Yeah.
How do you spend your downtime? You have one daughter, right?
Yes.
Okay. How old is she now?
5.
Fine.
So yes, it's time with her. Like, it's so important. And I just think time with family and friends. I love seeing my girlfriends. I'm social, like, love making plans, dinners. Yeah.
What's your morning routine like?
Spend time with my daughter first thing. Then once she goes to school, I'll do supplements, home workout, and then walk to the office.
It's very disciplined.
Yeah,
It's very good.
I mean, when I say home workout, like sometimes it's like 10 minutes, sometimes it's like 30 minutes, sometimes it's like just as much as I can get in.
Yeah. And what about travel? Do you have a favourite place that you love going to?
Not really. I like to try different places. I'd say like we've kind of visited south of France quite a lot because there's so many lovely little villages. But yeah, there isn't like one particular place that I love. But yeah, there's many that I'd like to go to.
Tell me about those. What's on your wish list?
Well, I do really want to do a wellness holiday, like something like a Shah wellness retreat or something like that. That is like something I'd love to do, and I really want to go to Japan.
Fine. Two up there. They're right up there for
Yeah.
me too. I love to explore what's in entrepreneurs' bags. What do they carry around? What are their essentials? So if you're happy to show us,
Yes.
let's explore.
Okay, so everything. Okay, so apart from boring keys, I've got about a few lipsticks and lip
Seems to be a
glosses.
popular one. Yeah,
I love this Summer Fridays one. My lanolin,
best.
the best. The Road lip gloss, lip liner. What else? I always carry like spare earrings in my bag. These are
Gorgeous.
some ones I'm carrying in the moment. What else?
Spare earrings.
Yeah.
Why do you carry spare
Because I
earrings?
like to take them out, put them in, change my jewellery.
Okay.
Always like, there's probably like more pairs in there. Supplements.
Very good.
This is a mixture of electrolytes and creatine. So take that. Linda Farrow glasses, of course.
Fabulous.
What else? What else is in here? Just my wallet and headphones.
Useful.
That's it.
I'm going to jump to the quickfire round.
Okay.
What is your coffee order?
A flat white.
Great. Your favourite cuisine?
Japanese.
Great. Favourite restaurant?
Oh, I don't know. Haven't got one.
No? All of them. Anything.
Anything.
What's your perfect date?
I'd say like just keep it classic, like dinner and drinks.
Nice. If you had an extra 5 hours on the day, how would you spend it?
Just like in bed, probably.
Relaxing.
Watching movies with my daughter in bed. Like,
Yeah. Seems like a popular response. Just taking it
Oh,
easy.
is that what everyone says? How boring.
No, it's great. I would do the same. I'd sleep. If you're down, what cheers you up?
Oh, I mean, probably a popular answer, but like a picture of my daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. What's the best compliment you've ever received?
As I touched on before, I think if somebody would come up to me and say, oh, I wore this piece to a special occasion, or I wore this and I got so many compliments, knowing that someone felt good because of the jewellery they bought from my brand.
Yeah. What's your go-to drink?
A margarita on the rocks with salt on the rim.
Very specific. I like it. What song are you listening to on repeat?
I don't really listen to a song on repeat. I don't have one. No. I just listen to all different kinds
Everything.
of music, yeah.
Do you have a favourite piece of jewellery?
So at the moment, I'm loving this teardrop pendant that we're about to launch. It's on this silk thread. And then this necklace as well. The pendants are interchangeable. And then I'm also loving this bangle, which has got loads of that texture as I was describing,
lovely.
which we're really inspired by. So yeah.
Okay, so these are the go-tos
Current,
now.
yeah.
Currently,
I always have new favourites.
with the spare earrings in the bag.
Exactly.
Is there a trend that you're totally over?
I don't know. Maybe like, that Jet2 holiday meme.
Okay.
Is that a trend that can be over?
Yeah, why not?
It's done.
Yeah.
Summer's finished.
Over it. Right now, you would love to fill in the gap.
Be on a beach with a cocktail.
Margarita, salt on the rim.
Yeah.
If you weren't doing what you were doing, jewellery designer, what would you do?
I think I would like to be an artist, or like maybe like making clay sculptures or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just, you're not far off.
Yeah.
Still sculpting. Is there one thing you couldn't live without?
Probably, unfortunately, my phone.
It's everything, right? If I go out, my battery dies, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't survive.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
One book or film that you think everyone must read or watch?
So there is one book called The Power of Now, which really helped me because when you get bad news such as breast cancer, I just spiraled, and at the end of the spiral, it was like, I'm going to die. So it kind of really teaches you how to not do that and live in the present moment, because that's all you can control. So I'd say that book was,
Interesting.
yeah, really helpful.
Who would you love to share dessert with?
Can I be like really cheesy and say my husband?
Yeah, of course. That's good. That's a healthy marriage.
Although he'd probably eat it all. So.
Good. And if you wrote a book about your life and career so far, what would it be called?
Maybe like I'm thinking something along like a roller coaster. It would either be maybe like, or like waves.
Seems to be a consistent theme here.
Or like kind of like Enjoy the Ride. I don't know. This is both not great
like
names,
that.
but
Enjoy the Ride.
something like that.
Amazing. Alona, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
For sharing your journey and your thoughts.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.